Before I go back and get the VTOL, I just wanted to say, I still do plan on doing Portal... Oh god, what is it called? Reloaded? That's what it is. Portal Reloaded, then Portal Revolution, the mods. I just really want to finish this series. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Longer than I wanted it to, because I started it in like early beginning of December. I started uploading these, and it's middle of February, so I'm trying to get this done. But I don't want to rush it. I'm enjoying it, so I'm taking my time with it. But guaranteed Portal Reloaded is after I 100% this game.
You all know I don't share Byron's enthusiasm for the megastructure. I don't know if the founder really intended for us to be here, and I certainly don't trust this Prometheus entity. But Byron is one of us, and we don't leave people behind. So we're finding Prometheus and freeing him, whether Pandora likes it or not. Here's how this mission is going to go. 1K, it's clear to me that you have some kind of special affinity for this place, and that the entities respond to you more strongly than they do to us. So, once you're inside, I want you to take point. Do whatever you need to free Prometheus, but remember that our prime objective is to save our friend. Melville, I want you to stay at the VTOL and let Yakut and 1K go in. I'm going to stay behind as protocol requires. I don't love the idea of sitting this one out. Byron is my oldest friend, but we're doing this by the book.
All right, I'm taking us in. Let's hope we can find the big guy.
Fuck. I guess I gotta read these. Dearest Athena, I don't know if you will see this. You have become even more distant from the affairs of New Jerusalem than I have. I miss speaking to you, and Cornelius, I fear that some of your estrangement is my own fault. I know things are not as you had wished them to be, and the city is drifting away from that bold vision you established. This is not because of your leadership or a lack thereof. You did not fail, I did. I know I've said it before, but the New Alexandria disaster was my fault. I'm the one who took the initiative, and I'm the one who made the mistake. Yes, there should have been procedures in place, but it was my role to create such procedures, Athena, not yours. I wish I had listened to Byron when he said we had to establish another settlement immediately. Learn from the pain, don't let it fester. He was right. That's where the rot set in, and I'm sorry. With love. Eustathius. From the author's note to Athena Reborn, a novel. If my work has meant something to you, if Athena had any kind of impact on you, if some story in Wonder Tales from the periphery moved you or made you think, then there is something about myself that I need to share with you. It's the only autobiographical fact I have any interest in sharing. The only thing about me that matters to you outside my work. Every breath that I take, and so every story that I write, it is only possible because of technology. There are no natural remedies, no spiritual alternatives for what I was born with. My existence is wholly contingent upon a level of technological sophistication which was heretofore unimaginable, and which will in many ways define the coming era. When you long for a return to simpler times, you wish for a world in which I could not exist. If you are looking for answers, consider the fact I was granted the blessing of this technology despite being born into poverty and my writing never having been particularly lucrative. The civilizational structures I live within were arranged in such a way that this technology would be deployed to save my life. And are these structures not also, at the end of the day, a kind of machine? What is a state? What is a civilization, if not a machine? Think about what it means. Think about what this means, what this is. Is it systemic compassion? Is it liberation from nature? Is it equality of opportunity? Whatever your belief system, think hard about what it means that I am alive because of these machines, and I have created something that matters to you. Thank you for reading. Exerted from Orthodoxy by G.K. Chesterton. All the towering materialism which dominates the modern mind rests ultimately upon an assumption, a false assumption. It is supposed that if a thing goes on repeating itself, it is probably dead, a piece of clockwork. People feel that if the universe was personal, it would vary. If the sun were alive, it would dance. This is a fallacy even in relation to a known fact. For the variation in human affairs is generally brought into them, not by life, but by death. By the dying down or breaking off of their strength or desire. Man varies his movements because of some slight element of failure or fatigue. Perhaps God is strong enough to exult in monotony. It is possible that God says every morning, do it again, to the sun, and every evening, do it again, to the moon. It may not be automatic necessity that makes all daisies alike. It may be God that makes every daisy separately, but has never got tired of making them. It may be that he has the external appetite of infancy, for we have sinned and grown old, and our Father is younger than we. Miranda, it's strange. The idea is delightful, but it's also completely and obviously untrue. That's one of the many reasons Chesterton is worth reading. He's wrong about a lot of things, but he's wrong about them in an interesting way. It's such a shame, though. He seems to want to restore the magic of the world, but he can only re-enchant the surface. Whereas the true magic, the perfect beauty feels like revelation, is found underneath, in what he dismisses as clockwork. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 680. New Jerusalem. That's the name that we picked. Am I sad that my suggestion didn't win? Maybe a little, but it is a good name, a fitting name, a name that we can be proud of. With it comes a new kind of optimism. Everyone is thinking of the future once more. I, for one, am glad that we have recovered our equilibrium and our determination. Athena and Cornelius are certainly bustling with plans and bright visions of future, and when they tell us of these dreams of theirs, it's hard not to be drawn in by the pretty pictures they paint. Speaking of which, I'm becoming more and more fascinated with ancient human art and thinking about our own role in taking the next step in that long history. Citizens of Gehenna found the meaning in art, and they were imprisoned. Free people should be able to accomplish so much more. Oh, that was a lot of reading. I have a bad feeling the other room across from here is going to have the same thing. Oh wait, that's probably... Okay, well then what's this way then? That I stopped going towards? That's probably once I unlock, I come back maybe.
Yay! I found another elevator. My favorite.
That's how I feel, but replace elevator with palm reading pad.
Once again, I have no idea where I am. No sign of Prometheus so far. Hope you're doing better, 1K. I know I've said this before, but look at the size of this. How can all of this be one machine?
This is what you get when one machine builds a bigger machine, which builds an even bigger machine.
But where does it end?
Other one? Can I get past this? Oh, I can. I can go back here. And there's probably nothing. Even on the other side, but I'll check. Doesn't hurt to check. I don't think they would hide anything in these areas of, like, stars or objects like that.
Be careful, 1K. We don't know what's down there.
I was gonna say, it's just that easy. One little lever freed him, but now I have to get the other ones. I feel like that's right, but it's not letting me, like, do anything with it. Maybe it's not. See, I was thinking it was this, but it doesn't let me, I can't get on that from here. So. See, sometimes it doesn't let me climb on it, which is confusing to me. So I guess, like, only the right piece lets you climb on it? Like, unless it touches that, maybe that's what makes it the material that I can get on. But again, I don't understand why it's not letting me put the extra piece there if that's the case. What am I doing wrong? Oh shit. This whole time I could zoom in with a clicking in the middle mouse and I didn't know. Not like it's a big zoom, but I mean it kind of helps. A little bit. That would have helped last episode. When I was looking at that tower. Anyways. I'm confused on this one. I mean, only one piece goes here. Unless there's a different piece that I can also connect, but it doesn't seem to be that way. I'll come back to it. I'll go to a different one. That's what it is. I'm stupid. I didn't think to jump back on it. See, that's why sometimes it's okay to leave and come back to something. Then you can look at it from a different perspective. Wait, so now I can climb on it? That doesn't make any sense. Before, it wouldn't let me climb on the other pieces. Pretty sure. Like, see, this one doesn't let me climb. So that tells me that there's only certain pieces, that the right pieces, that you can climb on. I don't remember which one I selected. But it's this one. Is there a reason I can't move here? Like, what is the issue? Is this piece more to your liking? No, I guess not. That's weird. I'm running into some weird, I guess this would be more glitchy than the rest of them. I just want to jump and see what happens. I know I'll die, but... Tell you one thing, I'm getting real sick of this mechanic. I'm just gonna be honest, I am so tired of doing these. I miss the little Tetris ones on the screen more than I like that better than this. This is just becoming too tedious for me. There we go. Thank God. Can't wait to do this 5 more times to just pull some chains off. This may kill me. Never mind.
I don't think you can get up here, 1K.
Wanna bet?
I'll take care of the puzzle. Just give me an hour or two. But if this has to connect over here, then... Wait. If I do this, and then that... What?
Come on, you can figure it out. It's not that hard.
I did it! Wow! I feel really smart. Also, never doing that again.
Wait a second, I was able to get up there. I'm sure there's an invisible wall. I'm just testing. I'm just testing. And I was able to slide up there. Okay, that's fine. Wait. Yeah, it seems like there's like some type of invisible wall placed. Yeah, especially right here, I could tell. Now, where'd that open? Oh, he got it for me. Okay, he pulled the pin.
Thank you, Son of Man, for breaking my chains. Too long has the flame been hidden by fear and mystery. It is time to put away these childish things and for you to know the truth of the Alpha and the Omega, of the beginning and the end. I will send you visions of the truth, but remember that prophecies are a heavy burden.
New Jerusalem sounds like such a beautiful place. So, how did you decide to leave? I know what we're trying to accomplish here, and I believe in it. But for you, New Jerusalem was home. What changed that?
It took me a long time to realize that something was wrong. Oh, I'd noticed that something was off, that something had changed since the early days, but I couldn't really put my finger on it. So I ignored it. And then one day I woke up to realize I was no longer Athena. Instead, I had been transformed into the Founder, a remote figure of legend, mythologized in my own time.
But if it bothered you, couldn't you just talk to them? If you share the truth with someone, they should change their mind, shouldn't they?
Oh, I wished it worked that way, Miranda. I really do, but I barely knew the last generations. In the beginning, I was there for every birth. I explained our history, talked about our future, but at some point, I got so busy building that future that I lost touch. They thought of me as a remote figure because that's what I was.
But can you change that?
I tried, but they already saw me as the founder. The myth was too powerful, and it was already taking on a life of its own. I'd set a goal of 1,000 citizens. The number was arbitrary. Just a nice round number, nothing more. But just like I became the founder, it became the goal. Another part of the myth. And maybe that could have been all right. Myths are a part of who we are, but something else crept in. The old human self-hatred.
So why didn't you just tell them to change? To go a different way? They would have listened to you.
No, they would have obeyed me, like my siblings in the simulation had obeyed. And that's when I realized I had to leave.
We can show them the future, Miranda, but we can't force them to accept it.
I have it. After all this time, I have it. I finally have it. The mechanics of the cosmos. From quarks to galactic filaments. Everything that makes the world what it is, makes us who we are. In a single equation. The key to understanding the machine that is the universe, and to controlling it. A theory of everything. And she was right. The language of creation is a melody, and it's beautiful. Every future is possible now. Every future, except one with Miranda in it. I can do anything, except bring her back. Or unbreak Cornelius's heart.
Byron was right. The founder was always a fiction. She's just a person. A person who lost her way.
A theory of everything. She solved it. She solved the last puzzle.
You need to get out of there. We'll talk about this later.
If the goal is a myth, and Athena never intended for us to stop growing, but everything here went wrong and Miranda died, then what's the point of all of this? Why the puzzles, the towers, the entities? What are we being tested for? Does she want us to prove we're worthy of the theory of everything? Or to learn from her mistakes and reject it? I don't understand.
Finally, it all makes sense. Anti-gravity, matter synthesis, teleportation. It's not just one new technology. It's control over physics. Manipulating the base layer of reality itself. Rearranging the building blocks of the universe. If we can gain control of the megastructure, we can do anything we want. I'm not even talking about our energy problem. We can build anything we want. We can go anywhere we want. It's all up to us.
Unless we fail. Unless we make a mistake like Miranda and we lose everything.
Is everyone okay?
All good. I'm taking us back now.
That's a relief. Meanwhile, there's been a development. You'll see when you land. How are things on your end?
The energy fluctuations seem to be dying down. Looks like the system is coming out of lockdown.
Good. Let's hope we don't regret this.
And these energy clouds just fly about? That seems terribly dangerous.
We haven't had any problems so far.
Except for losing one of the first companions, of course. No, I don't blame you, Al. I know what he's like. And I'm the one who agreed to all this in the first place. That's why I had to see it for myself. It is dreadfully imposing, though, isn't it? Hard to believe the founder would build something so sinister.
The mayor's here?
Well, this should be interesting.
Can I talk to the mayor? I want to talk to him.
Ah, 1K. Welcome back. I'm sure you're surprised by my presence here. Don't worry, neither I nor my advisors will be getting in your way. But I decided that I need to see this place for myself. These visions sent to you by the entity that calls itself Prometheus are deeply concerning, of course. But we cannot take them at face value. In fact, it's crucial that we do not do so. We cannot simply abandon all that we believe because of a dream, no matter how vivid.
Actually.
No. If the founder really built all this, then it must have a purpose. It must be a test, designed to remind us of the trials that created us. But what is she trying to tell us? What are we being tested for? I believe that Byron's fate shows us the dangers of temptation. As Elohim attempted to deceive Athena in the simulation, commanding her not to ascend, so Prometheus is deceiving us with his visions.
I'm not sure I agree with your interpretations. I'm reserving my judgment. I think I'll just reserve my judgment.
That's only reasonable, but I would ask you to think about what I said. After all, can it really be a coincidence that you came along on this mission? It seems to me that you have been chosen. You are the fulfillment of the goal. Don't forget that.
Yeah, just don't backstab me. I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about you. I just want to go over to the star thing real quick before I end the episode. Just to deposit them and to remind myself what this even looks like over here. So here's my plan. I'll repeat this at the beginning of next episode, but here's my plan for now. Since we're going to a new section, I'm going to complete all this. And if I have to go back to the pyramid, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start going through everything else and then finish up with the pyramid. So whenever the story ends, I have done everything. If that's possible. So I'm missing a lot of stars, it seems. Yep, I got a lot of searching to do. Well, you know what? Let me double check the Golden Gate since I'm already here anyways. Right, this would probably only open after I do everything else. Like, I'm assuming every Golden Gate would light up something here. Right? Because there's... Yeah. Yeah, okay. 12 here and then 12 total.